The next thing we want to discuss is packet manipulation. Now, when I say packet, that's typically the generic term, although obviously we know from our discussions on networking and our knowledge of the OSI model and so forth that things are called differently depending upon whether they're at a certain level of the OSI model or not. It could be a packet if it's at the network level. It could be a TCP segment or a UDP diagram. In any case, the generic term is packet manipulation, and that's what we're going to use here, although understand that it may not always refer to a packet. Sometimes it may refer to a segment or a datagram or some other type of PDU. Now, packet manipulation basically involves us putting packets or network traffic out on the wire that have been changed or are not usual, and we want to get certain effects from the hosts that we send them to. So packet manipulation involves creating these customized, crafted packets, and we send those out to a host on the network, or in some cases the entire network. We can create these packets from scratch if we like, using a packet editor, or most often what we might do is capture some network traffic, change it, and then resend it back out. Now, packet manipulation can be used for a wide variety of attacks. We can use it to spoof IP addresses and MAC addresses. We can alter data inside the packet, the data payload. We can also set TCP flags in weird sequences to conduct certain attacks. Now, we saw how Nmap can do this just by changing the switches at the command line. But a packet manipulator can do this as well. We can also change other types of header information and other characteristics about the packet. We can change its size, we can change its fragmentation, and so forth. Now, packet manipulation is used to conduct a wide variety of attacks. As I mentioned, we can conduct spoofing attacks, we can do denial of service attacks in some cases, and we can do any kind of attack that really requires forged packets. We can also use manipulated packets to conduct session hijacking and man-in-the-middle attacks if we want. Now, these packets can be built from scratch, as I mentioned, and that really requires taking a packet builder or manipulator and basically filling in the fields, the source and destination addresses, MAC or IP, the types of payload you have, and other characteristics about the packet. But I'll tell you that it's much easier to simply capture this traffic and change it. And the reason you might want to do that is because captured packets may already contain information that you need. Host information like source or destination IP addresses or MAC addresses. It also could contain authentication information that you might want to replay across the network. In some cases, this information will be encrypted and you can't read it, but you can still play it back across the network, and you don't need to know what it has in it as long as the host receives it and knows. Now, there are obviously ways to thwart those kinds of attacks with time stamping and so forth, but there are some methods out there to make these attacks work. So it's better to use captured packets that you can manipulate and alter to your needs. Now, there's a lot of popular packet crafting tools out there, and a Colosoft Packet Builder is the one we're going to demonstrate here in a moment, and it's a Windows-based program, and it's free from Colosoft. We also have the popular HPing2 and HPing3 programs, and these are found on the Backtrack CD. So they're command-driven tools that you can set up the switches and actually create and manipulate packets that you've captured. So let's go ahead and take a look at manipulating packets in Colosoft Packet Builder.